What if one question on an ordinary Friday afternoon changed everything? That is exactly what happened to McKenzie. Have you ever been asked a question you weren't sure how to answer? Not because you didn't know the answer, but because you wanted to get it just right. Maybe it was a question about something you believe, something that mattered to you, and you didn't want to say too much or too little. You just wanted the other person to really get it. That's exactly where Mackenzie found herself on an ordinary Friday afternoon and on a not so ordinary weekend because Easter was coming and her friends had questions. And sometimes God puts you in exactly the right place at exactly the right time to say exactly the right thing. This is Mackenzie's story, but it might be just yours too. The yellow bus rumbled down Maple Street, packed with the usual Friday afternoon chaos. Backpacks flying, laughter bouncing off the windows, everybody talking over everybody else. Mackenzie slid into her usual seat by the window, her backpack sliding down with a thud beside her. Her best friend Jayda dropped down next to her, and their classmate Dominic spun around from the seat in front of them. Okay, so what's everybody doing this weekend? My cousins are coming over, and we're having a cookout Saturday. Same, but with my grandma's mac and cheese. Mackenzie, what about you? Mackenzie shrugged. Honestly, I'm not totally sure yet. But Sunday, we're definitely going to church. It's Easter. Dominic made a face. Easter? So, like, egg hunt and candy? That's what my little brother thinks. But that's not really what it's about. Jayda tilted her head. Okay, wait. What is it really about? Like, for real, we don't really go to church, so I never knew if it was just a holiday thing or what. Mackenzie paused for a second. She didn't want to sound like she was up on a soapbox. She just wanted to tell it like it was. Okay, so you know how some holidays celebrate a person or an event, right? Yeah, like the 4th of July is Independence, Dominic said. Mackenzie, nodding her head, said, exactly. So Easter, the way we celebrate it, is about Jesus rising from the dead after he was crucified. Like he literally died and 3 days later came back to life. Wait, came back to life? Like actually? Actually. That's why it's called Resurrection Sunday. Resurrection means coming back to life. Jayda leaned in a little. Okay, that part is kind of wild. But like, why did he die in the first place? Mackenzie took a breath. That was the part she always had to think about. How to say it right. Okay, so here's the thing. The way I understand it, people mess up, right? Like everybody does things wrong, make bad choices, hurt people, does stuff they know they shouldn't do. That's called being human, right? But all of that, the wrong stuff, it separates us from God. Like there's this gap. and nothing we do on our own can fix it. So God sent Jesus, his own son, to take the punishment for all of it on the cross. So Jesus died for stuff he didn't even do? For stuff we did? Yeah. And then he came back? Dominique said slowly. He was putting it all together. So, where is he now? Okay, this is the part that actually gets me. He went back to be with God, his Father. But before he left, he sent his Holy Spirit to be with everyone who believes in him, like a constant presence with you, in you. Jayda blinked. That sounds actually kind of beautiful. I know, right? I'm not trying to preach at y'all, I promise. I just think it's one of those things that sounds complicated. But when you really hear it, it's actually pretty simple. God loved people so much, he made a way back to himself. I never thought about it like that. I always thought church was just like rules and stuff. I mean, there are rules, but that's not the main thing. The bus slowed to a stop, and Jayda started gathering her bags. My stop. Then she paused. Hey, McKenzie, do you think maybe sometimes I could come with you? Like to church? Yeah, I think I want to hear more about this. McKenzie smiled. Oh, my mom would love that. Just say the word. Jayda stepped into the aisles, then looked back grinning. Happy Easter, McKenzie. Happy Resurrection Sunday. Dominic laughed. Yeah, what she said. And just like that, an ordinary Friday bus ride became something neither Jayda nor Dominic would ever forget. You know, McKenzie didn't have a microphone. She didn't have a stage. She wasn't a pastor or a teacher or anyone special. She was just a fifth grader who knew what she believed and wasn't afraid to share it. When someone asks, and that's the thing about Easter, about the resurrection story. It doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need big words or a long sermon. It just needs someone willing to tell it. Maybe that someone is you, because somewhere in your school, on your bus, in your neighborhood, there's a Jayda, there's a Dominic, someone who has never really heard why Easter matters, someone who has questions, but doesn't know who to ask. And God might be waiting to use you to answer them. So this Resurrection Sunday, celebrate, go to church. And if someone asks what Easter is really about, you tell them, just like McKenzie did. Happy Resurrection Sunday, friends. He is risen.